get more microphones.
No, we don't. We're using that.
Yeah, I'm funny about it. Can you try it out?
They tried it out the other night.
Did you? I
Yeah.
didn't.
Can you hear us?
Or the Zoom, well, you could ask whether or not.
Hello, can you hear us?
Yes,
Okay, good.
It's a little hard to hear over the background talk, but yes, we hear you clearly.
So sick of it.
You get a lot of work done today?
Huh?
Or were you sleeping and so you get,
No.
did you get like, so you
No.
could run across the parking lot?
I've been to meetings. I just didn't want to be the last one in the parade.
Uh,
And I was anyway.
Really?
Well, I had to go back and check on my phone.
that's at Claire's lap right now.
Oh. Oh.
I want you to go over there with me.
What is that?
With the- Yes, with
Oh,
the baby,
no.
so it was running up people's legs downtown on the common.
Oh.
Yes.
And then it was running up to everybody, and then when she picked it up, it just was immediately wants to cuddle.
Yeah,
So it.
They're so
it was
cute.
orphan.
we had 3 babies playing on the garage the other day. So mom came and got each one and took it.
Wow.
Have you ever seen them carry them?
No. Yeah.
The mother, the parent grabs onto their side basically, and the baby curls its front and hind legs around her head. So when she was running, I was like, what the hell is that? And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I've seen
Yeah.
that before.
This is,
We're not doing
Okay.
this today.
No.
this is
but
what I
this
was
is how I
doing
think we should spend
before I
it.
got here.
Real simple,
Oh,
and gets it
How to
done.
build that.
cool.
Hopefully it'll,
Neat.
that's all money that we're gonna spend anyway.
Okay,
Just want to make that point. And I think that we're gonna do it anyway, so
Are we ready?
yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Okay, let's call the meeting to order. There is an addition if we were willing to entertain it.
no. No, it's an emergency.
Well, it's not an emergency.
Okay,
It'd be nice
then
to
I'm not-
get it.
That's not-
Emergency enough that it's in the newsletter, and I would just assume.
That's
we
good, it's in the
approve it
newsletter.
Before it came out in the newsletter, I just assume we approve it, and it would take 1 minute.
By the
I'm not,
time we've
I'm
already-
gonna say no, but
You should say no,
you guys
we've
can
already
say
said-
yes.
Right now, we've spent as much.
It's not an emergency. And we have 2 meetings before it happens. Everybody knows we're gonna approve it anyway. We wouldn't say no. So.
And you're doing it as a stickler about having the meeting had none because we already spent enough time.
This is just to do the
talking about it,
trail
say
thing.
it.
This was to do the trail thing.
I'm in favor.
So I thought that's what you were just talking about, was the trail thing. You're not.
It is a good trail.
Yes,
I'd like to add the one more item to the agenda.
Gonna waste time.
What's the
We've
other? item?
already wasted the same amount of time.
The,
Proof
Yeah.
the flat taps.
For the, taps across America
Oh.
on Memorial Day.
So we've got 2 meetings between now and then.
Yeah, but we've just now
approval.
spent
Which
all
is
this
2
time.
quick
it would have
votes,
been-
know.
right?
I know.
quick votes.
2
It's a-
quick votes. Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
make them, somebody make the
I'm
motion.
gonna say no. No, we have to approve adding it to the minutes, where I already said that I was
Given we
not in
don't have
favor.
consensus, I move that we add it to the agenda.
I second it.
Well, let's see, Mariah,
I'm sorry, can you repeat the motion?
motion is to add authorization of Tax Across America to the agenda.
Very good. Connors,
No, I'd rather do it at the next meeting.
Hanson,
Yes.
Hunter,
Yes,
Woodworth,
Yes,
Gagnon.
Okay, any other additions?
I'm sorry, Gagnon?
Yes,
This is a meeting.
Excellent, thank you.
Meeting to do the
Right.
trail thing.
great.
I'm not having 3 meetings every month.
Right,
I'm not doing it because too much gets talked
Put
about.
that
at
on the
meetings.
agenda.
yeah,
Okay.
excellent.
No,
Okay, makes the next, I move that we approve taps for the,
Right.
could you do it at the end?
We could do it-
Okay,
we'll
do it at the end.
Yes, we will do it, yeah.
oh,
That's what we
'Cause I'll
usually
don't
do.
you know, you're like, you're
gonna-
slowing it down, right?
No, he's slowing
Privilege
it
of the
down.
floor.
Yes.
There you go. You're slowing.
Go ahead.
Hiya. I'm just pausing to think how I can say this in a positive way. You know that I very much am in favor of trails that are available to the public. I have somewhere between 1 mile and 2 miles of the Finger Lakes Trail that passes through my property. I haven't really kept up on this particular detail of the South Hill Trail that you're talking about. But so I would appreciate it, but I know it was an issue at one time. So I'd appreciate it if sometime during your discussion, you explicitly state whether there are any property owners whose property is crossed by the trail, who have objected to it. And in particular, on Facebook, there was a question, how would you feel about the trail in your backyard? I think the important question is not whether it's in the backyard. I mean, when the Finger Lakes Trail goes through my property, I ensured that I would never see it and they wouldn't see me. But there were instances reported in the past where this trail does go through literally someone's front yard or backyard, within, well, close enough to the house that it might be within the setback if there were a setback involved. So please do just state whether that problem still exists. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks. Any other? Well, nobody, well, unless Jim wants to say something.
Jim's okay.
I missed the beginning of that. My only comments are, I live on Cottington between German Cross and Burns. The trail does not cross my backyard. It's there's one property in between. Lived there for almost 30 years now, unbelievably, but and I've enjoyed the trail being, mostly unpopulated, and enjoy the aspect of going back there and having the trail to myself. But I look forward to the trail coming through the area, and I think it's going to be a great thing for the residents in the area to be able to utilize it. So I think it's a good thing. That's my only comment.
Yeah. It's for the people. Okay, so consideration. To answer Chet's question, the right of way is owned by NYSEG, so it doesn't cross anybody's property. It's a 66-foot by and large.
Yeah, excuse me, Joel, right of ways cross properties. They don't own the land. And so
Ted, it's not right of way. It's called the right of way, but it's the right of way the same way the state right of way is the right of way. The NYSEG owns it in fee, as the railroad did before it. It's not really it's not an easement. What we're seeking is an easement across or along NYSEG's property.
okay, just to avoid, shall we say, wording ambiguity, I'm interested to know whether the trail will cross people's property who object to it, or shall we say, very close to their homes. Whoever owns the land, I'm more interested in the whether people, are being affected.
There wasn't is an issue with squatters, essentially. The Van Gasbecks at the Mid-R Road end of, well, not end, but intersection basically, where they asserted that they owned the property, but they don't. It was extensively researched. There's no, and you can't do imminent, or what's called adverse possession against a utility. So there's no basis for a property claim against NYSEG, and consequently against the trail. Are the board has any questions? Did I answer the questions adequately, Leslie, that you raised?
So we have our from Burns to Banks is what we're talking about right now as far as maintenance, not the whole thing.
Well, we're not even talking about that, for maintenance, because we're talking about is acquiring our share in an easement that runs the whole
But
length.
related to that is how much it's gonna cost to maintain, like if we,
Well,
if
sure.
we join in, that was what the questions were about, was
Yeah.
how much is this gonna
Yeah.
cost?
Yeah.
Okay, so for, and that's just from Burns to Banks, right?
We're
Not the whole
starting.
thing.
We started.
So we have like 1.5 miles in that section.
Something like that, 1.4 or something. Did you, had good data from, Rod Howard on that, which I shared, I believe.
His answer is yes.
I got it off the map.
Yeah.
Um,
I did a workup where I guessed at what it would be. The initial arrangement is that, well, we talked about it, you know, how are we going to divide up the you know, account for the cost of maintaining this trail? And, a starting place was, the highway departments, Danby, Dryden, Caroline, none of them want to be involved in trail maintenance.
I know.
The town of Ithaca DPW, which already maintains the trail. It's a question I'm answering.
There's been one emergency after another.
Yeah,
I can't even keep track of where they're coming from.
So what's our percentage?
of which total
cost.
Yeah,
about a quarter.
a quarter. Okay, and do we
And
have
we-
any
we
yearly,
have the-
annual
Yeah.
amount that,
Right, well, having a town of Ithaca DPW doing probably not the cheapest way to do it,
right? Yeah,
but it's a starting place. There won't be anything to maintain for probably a couple of years. And we have a memorandum of understanding that's good for 3 years to get us going. So we might get a year's worth of expenses out of, you know, that we're sharing for the trail.
I think she's looking for a number.
Well, Ryan Howe guessed that our share would be about $2,500.
$500? $2,500 a year.
It could be less, but probably won't be for starters. My guess was in that same range.
Okay,
And then, you know, Dryden does it for about $1,000 a mile for their trail. If you use volunteers, it's the national, trails nationally will use a lot of volunteers for trail maintenance. And that's in the $1,000 mile range too.
okay. I like the idea that the town of Ithaca is taking the lead, responsibility in doing the trails. I talked to Keith. Keith doesn't want to do it. So this is a good alternative.
Well, another possibility if we go forward would be to contract it out. You know, if we have the lawns mowed. Conceivably, a private party could do it as cheaply as a DPW could do it, but. Or maybe we can get volunteers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Anybody? We're really waiting on,
We're really waiting on Leslie, yes.
That is really,
All right.
that's really good, the answer you got on insurance.
Did you get it? Because I didn't see it.
Yes, did that come from you? They don't anticipate that there should be any amount of a premium increase. Good for us,
For the
Okay.
trail?
for the trail.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
That it would fall under our regular umbrella policy. And, they are not foreseeing anything. Of course, through time, depending on usage and what other data, but they feel that it would be minimal and that, so there's not really much of an insurance issue here.
Good.
Good,
That's
no,
good news.
thanks,
That's very
thank
good.
you.
Well, good, I'm glad I because I thought that went to you too, Joe.
Well, it might have, but I didn't see it.
I just want to confirm that that was Laura speaking.
yeah,
Thank you.
And I'd like to confirm it. Could you hear it okay?
And Ryan,
Yeah, I heard her. Hi.
Yes, okay. We rearranged the mics and we realized that we don't need to use microphones anymore.
So this actually works for picking.
Yeah, Yeah, so, I mean, I think Mariah probably hear me just fine.
Well, Mariah's not here, but yes,
Yeah.
Cindy.
Well, she's there.
Is that Jack? Who is that?
That was
Greg?
Yeah.
Zach?
No,
That's great.
Zach just walked in, but that was great.
Oh, thank you.
I have to say, the other night for the BZA meeting, Laura about killed me. Her ears were like, not Laura, it was, Betsy Lamb's voice, boom. And the rest of you, I didn't hear well. A lot of it, I
Ready to
didn't,
vote on this?
I couldn't, and it was frustrating
Yeah, I got
because I didn't know people don't have to come up to that. So I never got to see a single soul who was speaking from the audience.
We should figure out how people get to view, and this is separate.
Yeah.
Like, how people see,
Or maybe have them just walk up and sit in the,
yeah,
in a chair up close.
Closer.
Yeah.
Although, Mariah said she heard Laura, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Who?
Laura, she heard Laura.
Just,
But now
Yeah,
we-
I'm amazed. I'm hearing people whispering, so be careful, people.
Yes, right.
Can you make the motion?
did Leslie get her question?
Well,
Yeah.
I've got to go.
Yeah.
So just vote.
She says fine.
okay, I move that well, let's see, we have a resolution drafted, so I move to approve the resolution that both,
All right.
approves acquiring the easement and also agrees to the memorandum of understanding.
Great, I second it.
Any further discussion? No. Okay, go ahead.
Hold on, I got only one tiny little screen over here. Sorry, Connors,
Yes,
Hanson,
Yes.
Hunter,
Yes,
Woodworth,
Yes,
Gagnon.
Yes.
Thank you.
Did Leslie do it?
yes,
Yeah.
she did.
Okay. Tapped across America.
I move we approve the use of the front of the town hall for the service for the Taps Across America on Memorial Day for this year and succeeding years.
Second.
Any discussion about that? Great, the vote.
I'm just wondering if we should use the words the front,
Oh,
or
well,
just
yeah,
say that.
what we mean is, the
gra-
property.
The property, just say,
Yeah, I shouldn't do, I'm sorry, it should be the whole property because they're going to do parking on the other side.
right,
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it should say property, not the front of the property.
for the town hall, yeah, for that matter, the town hall property,
Yes.
which, little discussion, I checked the resolution, the policy rather, because I wondered about it myself, it's just for the building, but it says, the town hall and properties, which means it covers all the town properties, not just the building.
Right.
So, we're good. Yes, the vote, please.
Connors, is she there?
She left.
Okay, Hanson,
Yes.
Hunter?
Yes.
Woodworth? Wait, Pat, Woodworth? Can you guys hear me? I can't hear you.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I heard that. Gagnon,
Yes.
thank you.
The microphones interfere with the microphone.
it's, all right, so, yeah, well, because this thing is going to pick up all the sound. So if you're using the microphone, what's gonna happen is it's gonna go into that
Yeah,
speaker, then that has to pick up from that far away. So if you don't use your microphones, you're actually closer to the microphone
Okay.
there. But but we should talk about the BZA meeting because I was trying to eliminate the need for microphones.
Right.
It sounded like it worked when you said yeah, but I wanna put that outside of this meeting.
Yeah, it's not.
Yes.
right.
So.
Speaking-
okay, sure.
We adjourn, yeah?
Yeah.
Speaking as a Zoom-only observer, the sound that's not directed into a microphone is very echoey and muddy.
Is it?
You can hear it, but it's far from ideal. You're much too far from that central microphone to make it effective.
that's sort of what I heard, and then Betsy was,
We had a-
She right.
We did.
She right
we did
next to
adjourn.
Are we adjourned?
Yeah, we,
it. Yes.
Oh,
We're
Meeting
adjourned.
adjourned.
no, she was at home. in her Zoom voice, that every time she came on, it was like, oh,
Oh,
Yes, I know.
it's okay, listen, it is okay, I totally understand. I have no meetings.
now it's Zach. Right.
Have a good afternoon, everyone.
See you, Jim.
Right, sure,
Oops, sorry. So I missed your call. I have no idea.
That was because I was.
Oh, Rod,
But
That wasn't-
that was kind of
I just-
Joel,
yes.
will
Yeah, the
you,
meeting-
close the meeting, please?
Ron Howard just showed up and I thought I'd just, use the opportunity to tell him that we voted. If it in fact is Rod Howard, are you there, Rod?
He's muted
I know, you could unmute himself.
there.
There he is.
So
Yeah,
Joe,
Yeah,
what's the
we just adjourned the meeting and it was a unanimous vote to accept.
great, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, all right.